So from, what I would call the black belt mind perspective, we're always trying to find ways to make big concepts manageable, bite-sized, and practical so that we can apply them in the real world, and we can apply them especially when we're under pressure. So when I think about this idea of neutrality, right? And what does that mean? The space between a reaction and a response is that neutral space.
Yep.
And the way that it comes to mind for me to make it really practical is to say to yourself, no matter what's going on, no matter what set of conditions that you're in, what would happen? How would I feel? How might this be different if I didn't take what was happening around me right now personally? Right? What would happen if I just looked at this as something that wasn't solely about me? Okay?
Yeah.
And that's that space of difference between a reaction and a response. And generally speaking, I loosely kind of describe in a practical way a reaction as being full of emotion,
Yes.
and a response is full of thought.
Yep.
And when you can have a reaction and then respond to your reaction, then we're really, really opening up that space of neutrality that says, I'm allowed to feel what I feel in the moment that I feel it, but I'm also allowed to understand what it's trying to tell me and have a thought about that and then speak that thought. Okay? And that space kind of addresses our ability to recognize that there's all this creative potential between something that is no longer a situation before it becomes the next situation that it's going to turn into. And it feels to me, as I share this with people and apply it myself all the time in my life, that really when we're talking about co-creating with our environment, when we're talking about co-creating with the people around us, with the conditions around us, with, let's dare I say, the universe at large, the idea of being able to understand that your reaction has a value, that your neutrality has a value, and that your response has a value, and that all three of those things put us in the most powerfully grounded, co-creative mindset with any set of conditions that we encounter, that it's probably really useful to dig into that and understand that a little bit. And so those basic building blocks of a reaction being full of emotion, and we can talk about more what that means as well too, and a response being full of thought, become really powerful markers for you to tell where you are in any given situation and what's potentially going to lead your decision making and your action.